Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, I'm KingNido and today we're coming in from Legendaries City where the Flare have a massive opportunity because although they have dropped out of the Elite Four so far this round, if they win this matchup they're actually going to move themselves up to the top of the leaderboard, whereas the Pewter Skulls are just trying to move themselves off the bottom of the leaderboard. So with that said, let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win this matchup. Will it be the Fire types? Will it be the Rock types? Let's go!
3, 2, 1, go!
Now, although the Pewter Skulls are on the bottom of the leaderboard, they swept the Legendaries Flare last season in Victory Road as they start out with Rampardos and Probopass. It is going to be Ceruledge and Typhlosion starting out for the Legendaries Flare, as Typhlosion immediately goes for the Infestation, which is not very effective onto Probopass even with that critical hit, but it is going to afflict it with that Infestation and do some passive damage as Ceruledge follows it up with the Vine Whip as that Steel typing prevents it from being super effective. This allows Rampardos to go for the Play Rough, but that is going to be avoided by Typhlosion as Nosepass looking to do its part. Sets up the Sticky Web nice and early in this matchup, which is great because you will be expecting the Flare to move quicker than the Pewter Skulls as you hear that Infestation taking its toll onto Probopass, and Typhlosion with the Assurance gets in some good damage there onto Rampardos. That's followed up with the Powder Snow from Ceruledge, doing a little bit of chip damage to the two Rock types on the field as Rampardos responds with the Baton Pass. It has had enough. It is going to go back to the bench and out in its place. It is going to be Avalugg in its Hisuian form as Probopass is going to go for the Arm Thrust, intelligently not going for Ceruledge there. It is going to go for Typhlosion, the Jotonian Typhlosion that is, and it has got 3 of those Arm Thrusts so far. It's going to get the 4th one, and it's a critical hit on that 4th connection as well, just to get that little bit of additional damage as that Infestation continues to afflict Probopass here on the field. Typhlosion is going to go for the Crunch, immediately targeting Avalugg, who tanks that move, but it's followed up by the Payback now from Ceruledge, also only doing a little bit of chip damage to Avalugg, and this allows Probopass to go for the Aqua Cutter, super effective, doing massive damage to Ceruledge, getting another critical hit there as well, and activating that Weak Armor to lower the defenses of Ceruledge, who does get a massive speed boost. And Avalugg tries to follow it up with the Steel Roller, but unfortunately that is going to fail. But what is not failing right now is that Infestation continuing to do that chip damage to Probopass as Ceruledge is going to go for the Strength Sap very intelligently. It is going to restore its health by lowering that attack stat of Probopass here, trying to get itself back to full strength, and it is successful as Typhlosion with the Fire Blast onto Avalugg, and that is how you take out that highly physically defensive Pokemon. You capitalize on that special defense as the Dragon Pulse now from Probopass gets some good damage there onto Ceruledge, and still that chilling noise afflicting Probopass here as it is Rampardos coming back out onto the field for the Pewter Skulls yet again with that Mold Breaker ability as Ceruledge is going to go for the Glaciate, but that is going to be avoided by Probopass. However, Rampardos not so lucky and is going to have its speed lowered in the process as Typhlosion follows it up with the Horn Drill, but that is not going to work on that sturdy Probopass, which allows Probopass to respond with the Body Slam, but it goes straight through Ceruledge, who is part Ghost type, as Rampardos is going to go for the Fire Punch and actually gets a really good connection with that not very effective move thanks to that Weak Armor, having already lowered those defenses, once again lowering them for Ceruledge, and still that Infestation, this time putting Probopass into knockout range. Ceruledge could go for the easy elimination, but instead it sets up the Stealth Rocks here. Another entry has it coming into play now, those pointed stones floating on the side of the skulls as Typhlosion goes with the final Gambit. It's going to take itself out of this matchup, but it does take out the weakened Probopass in the process. I have to wonder if that was a questionable play because Probopass was such an easy target, but Rampardos looking to capitalize goes for the Hurricane. And Ceruledge is able to hold on being put into knockout range as it is Slitherwing coming out for the Flare. It's going to be Garganacl coming out for the Pewter Skulls. Slitherwing being caught in that Sticky Web does lower that speed stat, but Garganacl does have those pointed stones doing a little bit of damage there as Slitherwing taking on that Fire typing as the Terrestrial Drafty of the Legendaries Flare, and it's going to want to capitalize on that physical 135 attack stat that it has. look for it to go to head with Rampardos, who's 165, as that tickle is actually going to lower that physical attacks that they're from Ceruledge on to Rampardos, also lowering its defense in the process, and Slitherwing is going to follow it up with the Arrow Blast, but it focuses in on to Garganackle, gets in some good damage for a not very effective move thanks to it being a critical hit, as Garganackle looks to respond with the Corrosive Gas. It is going to burn up everybody's Leopard Berries here on the field except for its own, as every Pokemon in the PokeType League does hold on to a Leopard Berry, and Rampardos does follow it up with the Reflect, not going on the offensive. Instead, it is going to make the Skulls stronger against physical type moves, as Ceruledge goes for the Swallow, but it hasn't gone for the Stockpile, so that is going to fail. Slitherwing needs to do its part here, and it goes with the Court Change. That is a risky play because it's going to put that sticky web on the side of the Skulls, who are already slow, but those stones will do massive damage to the Flare as the guard split from Garganackle onto it. Ceruledge shares the guard between the two, and Rampardos is going to go for the Rock Tomb to get the elimination of Ceruledge, and that does level the playing field here between the Flare and the Skulls. And it is Charizard coming out, having those pointed stones digging out, doing huge damage as Charizard goes for the Volt Tackle onto Garganackle, gets in some good damage, but it does get some recoil in the process as well. Slitherwing is going to go with the Head Smash, but that's avoided by Rampardos. That could be huge because this allows Garganackle to go and set up the dig. It is going to bury its way underground. It needs to target Slitherwing with that, as Rampardos is going to thrash about here on the field, unable to get the elimination of Charizard, putting it into knockout range, who responds with the Pin Missile, but it goes for Garganackle, who's still buried underground. And Slitherwing, with the Expand in Force, also going for Garganackle, who is going to be able to finish off that dig, going to Slitherwing. Super effective, getting a great connection there as that thrash continues, but it goes for Slitherwing, not eliminating Charizard, which allows Charizard to go for the Bug Buzz, and that takes out Rampardos. A massive error by Rampardos, not going for Charizard first with the thrash, as Slitherwing follows it up, and it's going to bring down the Judgment onto Garganackle, which puts it into knockout range. But Garganackle still in this matchup goes for the Tearful Look onto Charizard instead of going for the elimination. Instead, it's just going to lower that physical attack stat as well as that special attack. And the Reflect has worn off for the Skulls, as out comes Minior, and you do see that Core Form, but with the Shields Down ability, it is getting deactivated, so it has gone into that defensive state. But the Flame Wheel now from Charizard doing very little damage there to Garganackle allows Minior to respond with the Aerial Ace, and it puts Slitherwing into knockout range. Slitherwing, though, is going to respond with the Lash Out. It needs to go for Garganackle to cancel it out, and it does, finishing it off, eliminating it from this matchup. As the last Pokemon for the Skulls, it is going to be Rhyperior, having that sticky web slow that hit down, lowering that speed stat, as Charizard, an easy target, goes for the Shadow Punch on to Rhyperior, who tanks that move, allowing Minior to go with the Coaching. Looking to help out Rhyperior here by boosting that physical attack that's already base 140 and that 130 physical defense as well in the process. Slitherwing, though, with the Trop Kick, it's not super effective thanks to that part flying typing that Minior has, but it does have that physical attack lowered as we get the Explosion. And Rhyperior takes itself out of the match. Minior hangs on by a thread. It does take out both fire types, but at what cost did it just get that huge play, taking itself out of the match, and the Sunlight comes back out onto the field as the elimination of the Terrestrial Draftee. Charizard is out of this matchup, and that Shields Down ability being activated here, so you will expect Minior to have the speed control surely, even over the Flare, as it is going to be Pyro being joined by Blaziken. They may actually still have speed control as those pointed stones do dig into the two fire types here. But no, Minior is able to move first, going for the Nasty Plot. Remember, it is such an easy target, it needs to go for something huge, maybe like an Earthquake, but the special attack does get boosted. We get the safeguard being set up by Pyro here, but is going to cloak the Flare in that Mystical Veil. Blaziken is going to go for the Smackdown and lays the Smackdown on Minior with that super effective damage, getting the victory for the Lava Ridge Flare. And this is massive because this is going to move the Lava Ridge Flare up to the top of the leaderboard as they leave the Skulls sitting all the way down the bottom in the wooden crown position, as the Skulls next round are going up against the Zootopolis Aqua, but the Flare again on top of the leaderboard next round going up against the Pony Stars. But until then, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.